We are talking about love today. Note to self, I love you. Just pause on that for a sec. Note to self, I love you. I write lots of notes to myself to keep track of lots of things. I don't know that I've ever written myself a love note, but we're going to be talking all about love today. Talking about how to nurture the love that you have for yourself, how to find it if you're not sure where it is, how to use it to deepen your connection with yourself and with others. We're going to get real. It's going to get real. And it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited that you're here. And I invite you to stick around for the whole thing because you will come away with something special. I trust that. I invite you to open your mind, your heart, your soul to this topic, to hear, to connect, to tune into what we talk about, what I talk about, and what you experience as we go through this episode. Tune into the explicit messages, those direct words and encouragements, and then tune in to what's not so clear, what might come in the form of a message, a aha, a golden nugget, either now or after you listen, right? Because it's a journey. And I'm going to start off with a little bit of reflection. There have been times in my life when I have felt broken, when I have felt physically broken, mentally broken, emotionally trashed, spiritually broken. In my soul, not so much broken, but disconnected. And I am finding my way. I have found my ways, and I continue to find my way. There have been times in my life when I hated myself so much that it hurt. It hurt me. I hurt others. I pushed people away and continued that feeling of disconnect. I felt broken and disconnected. There were times in my life. And I continue to learn, to grow, to find the ways to feel connected, to be me, to know myself, to be myself, to love myself. Today, we are talking about that journey that you are on. You're on it. You are finding your way right now, step by step, bit by bit. You're finding your way so that you can know yourself, be yourself, love yourself, and transcend and connect with you, connect with others, connect with your way, your path, your purpose, your meaning, your truth, your love. Stay tuned. Welcome to the podcast, Empowered by Design. I'm your host, Dr. Liz, a licensed psychologist and owner of Visionistas by Design Wellness Boutique in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. This podcast is about the power of connection and a proactive approach to mental health and overall wellness. It's about finding and owning your power right now and using it for good by nurturing the connection of body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. Empowered by Design podcast delivers psychological concepts and practical strategies with a real-life approach, designed to empower health and wellness, optimal performance, authentic connection with yourself and others, and purposeful, joyful living. Be well, live empowered, dream, design, deliver. Hello, and welcome to the Empowered by Design podcast, episode number 48. I'm so excited to be here. I am Dr. Liz. I am your host for this episode, every episode of this podcast so far. And today I am so excited to be talking to you about this topic of loving yourself, loving and finding your way, caring for yourself, nurturing yourself, and beyond, going deeper than that just simply caring, for yourself, going deeper in your journey, on this journey of being you, loving you, knowing yourself. Because if you are here, I know that is part of your journey. That is part of why you come back week after week. If this is a return episode for you, welcome back, and thank you for listening, and thank you for coming back time and time again to just see where we are, right? To keep up with what is going on and what are some of the things that are inspiring for me that I love to share with you. And I find these nuggets and morsels all the time, and it's so amazing. I can't wait to get into this episode. I'm so excited. I'm also a little nervous because this is so meaningful, so important. This episode is just, it's just so important. And when something is so important, and I get nervous, and excited all at the same time, because it's profound. There's some really important things we're going to talk about today. And you've heard me talk over and over again, if you're a returning listener, about the connection and the importance of nurturing yourself, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. I'm banging my microphone. If you're here returning, you know that happens frequently. That has been my mantra for directly and explicitly very much for the past year and a half. But as I've been on this journey of expanding my professional reach, expanding my professional services, being in this space of helping in a preventative, proactive approach to overall health and wellness, and really attending to mental health, because that is my gig. That is my passion. That is my purpose. And as a psychologist, is to really begin. That's where I begin, and doing that incorporates all of these aspects: body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. As I've been doing some deep dives in my own soul and my own journey and my past, my present, my future vision, I personally I'm so close and so in tune and connected to the importance of these concepts and how meaningful they can be for all of us, for me, for you. Just so powerful. And so I thank you for tuning in today. If this is your first episode, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. You're a dreamer on some level. You are right where you are meant to be today in this moment. So let's take a breath together and just recognize the beauty of this moment. And when I'm talking on these podcasts, I like to give you a little picture of my space and where I am. And it is morning, my very, very, very favorite time to be recording a podcast. The sun has been beautifully sparkling the past few days, which is lovely. And I love the sun. So those of you who are wanting snow, just wait. All right, let's just wait a little bit for that. Not yet. Maybe we'll have a white Christmas, just a little, But the sun, it's shining on me now. I have tons of windows in my space that I just, this is why this space called my name. So it's quiet and it's morning and the energy is fresh and exciting. I have so much to talk about. I want to really I have notes, when I've talked to you before of how sometimes I just go and I wing it. Well, and now I have notes in a few different places. This episode has been coming for a while to really, really, really just bring out the depth of what we do when we are in this journey of healing ourselves, helping ourselves, growing ourselves, supporting ourselves, and in a way that is for the purpose of connection. The purpose of connection with you, with yourself at your deepest part, your soul, and your connection beyond yourself with the people in your life right now, the people you can touch and you can hug and you can call and you can text and you can see and smile at, the people who have come and gone and touched your life in a special way. Whew. We all have those people, right? We all have those people who are still with us in spirit and give us support and love and connection to the beyond, that which we cannot see, which we cannot know, but we can have faith in, whatever that means to you, right? So whatever that means to you, there is It is your way. And that is part of what this episode is about, is finding your way, your connection to yourself, to others, to beyond. For some people, that is a connection with God, a connection with the universe, a connection with the divine, a connection with the one, right? A greater power, whoever, whichever, whatever connection that is for you. Or maybe you're not sure. Maybe you're not sure. That's okay. Stay tuned. We have lots to talk about today, in an encouraging way, because one of my biggest goals, I guess, in an intentional kind of way, is to help you find your way. Help you find your way, whether that's your way back home to yourself, your way to connecting authentically with who you are and with others. And maybe it's finding your way to your divinity, your higher power, your God, your source, whatever that is. I'm loving mine. I'm loving my way. And I will share that a little bit with you today, and encourage you to be open to what you hear. And I just love when I say some of the things that I say remind me of conversations that I've had during my life and recent ones, which I'm really grateful for having this space to have really meaningful conversations. That's what I do. I have these meaningful, deep conversations, and they're not always deep, right? Sometimes we're talking about football, and sometimes we're talking about the weather, right? But we know that what we come here for, whether it's here to therapy or here to the Healthy by Design program or here to the Design+Flo program or a coaching program, or wherever you go, whether you go to temple or church or a group of a family, a friend group, university, whatever, wherever you go for deeper connection and love and a sense of belonging and a sense of feeling of being welcomed and trusted and loved and accepted and nurtured. Yes. So I just get so excited. I have the opportunity to have these connections in my life, in my work and in my personal life, and to really recognize how important, these conversations can be when we allow ourselves to be open and curious, when we recognize that we don't know everything and we don't know what we don't know, and we can learn every day, and just, tuning into those opportunities and welcoming them. So I invite you today to use this time that we are here together, that we are connecting, to learn something new about yourself. Learn a little bit more, a little bit deeper about yourself. You heard me in the intro talk about my own struggle, my own journey. There have been times in my life, for different reasons, many different reasons, that I have not been in good spaces. And I've worked really, really hard to get to good spaces and to be in this space where I am today of connection with myself, connection with my people, connection with God and the divinity and beyond. And it's a journey. You know that. You've heard me say that. But the journey gets easier, right? It does. It gets easier We all have these kinds of traps that we can fall into. And there are common ones like talking negatively to ourselves or trying to be perfect or really criticizing ourselves, thinking negatively, looking at the world with, dark, cloudy glasses rather than rose-colored glasses. And sometimes looking at the world with rose-colored glasses, or kind of running away from or pushing things down, disconnecting, pretending, denying, all of these things, traps to keep us stuck, right? Like stuck isn't fun. No, so don't sing it, Liz. I do love singing. Stuck in the mire, stuck in the mud, stuck in that yuck in the trenches. And it's about finding the way that works best for you to move in a state of flow. Have you ever experienced a state of flow? I know, I want to say I know you have, but I can't because I don't really know if you have. But if you have, you know exactly what I am talking about. This flow state of, whether it's a short episode of time where you're kind of just like, ooh, I am in. Ooh, I am on fire. I am moving. I am grooving. I am getting things done. I am connected. I am on purpose. I am on my path. Whether it's cleaning out a closet and getting to the next one and getting all your things done for the day, or really just being in a state of, playing an instrument, running, listening to the symphony, being with the people that you love, right? And it can last longer. A state of flow ebbs and flows. They come and they go. And it is a cycle of life. And we can fight it. We can kind of try to push it away. Or we can embrace it. And I'm inviting you to embrace the ebbs and the flows, the ups and the downs today. And when we are in flow, it can be glorious. There, I can sing that one. Flow can be glorious. And the opposite of feeling stuck. But if when we feel stuck, we recognize, okay, there's something here for me to be recognizing, to be learning, to be seeing in a new way, we can get back to the flow much more easily. So it's a journey. It takes time. Sometimes last night I just had some negative self-talk. I was so mad at myself for just something little. I had bought a dress on Black Friday, didn't try it on because there's no trying on Black Friday. It's like boom, boom, boom. Let's talk about flow, shopping flow. And I had to exchange it for a different size, and they didn't have it. So I'm like, I called myself an idiot out loud in the dressing room, and I was with my daughter. So it's funny because I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot for me, for not trying it on, for not getting both sizes and returning one, or, it was a dress. So I should have known what size I am. Even as I say that, I can hear my self-judgment, right? So, hey, journey. But it's a lot easier to notice those times when you talk negatively to yourself. And my daughter was like, Mom, and I was like, I know, I'm just on reflection, I was so disappointed because the dress is gorgeous. And there's just not enough time to get it altered for when I want it. But so I'm still on this journey, but it gets easier. I promise you, it gets easier if you are recognizing the benefit, the gloriousness, is that a word, of not only caring for yourself, right? We can care and we can take care of ourselves by doing the things that show us attention and care and nurturing, and by going deeper to really reconnect or connect, right? Reconnect if you've lost that connection with your soul, with the love that you can experience, not only for yourself, but yes, for yourself, alongside of loving others, loving life, loving the moments. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I've been talking a lot, but you've heard me talk about nurturing yourself, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. I'm going to break those down for you today to tell you what I mean when I say body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. There's been episodes dedicated to each one of those way back in the beginning of this podcast. And I should probably go back and listen. I invite you to, if you're new or if you've heard them, go back. I want to say episode 9 is the beginning of this journey and really intentionally outlining this journey to design your life and your love. This life, this love of your dreams, what you want, what you desire, what you yearn for is love. It is. I know it is. That I know, right? Because we are human, and when we come into this world, we are craving connection, we are craving love, we are craving belonging. Lots of things happen after that, and even before that, right, in utero. But we want love, we want connection. It is a human connection. And so I'm going to go through these with you today, and invite you to tune in to your experience. How in tune are you with these aspects of your health, your wellness, your being, your flow? So body, we're going to start with the body. And when I was beginning this, way back when at episode 9, I think in episode 9, I had it mind, body, heart, soul, spirit. And organically, my plan was to dedicate one episode to each one, just to really dig in there and talk about what I'm talking about, this conceptualization of these aspects. So coming from my education and my training and also my experience, right? Life experience. Obviously, as you listen to this podcast, you know that my experience has shaped these definitions, these concepts, and they're rooted in science and research, and sometimes what science can't prove, which we'll get to. So as I went through each one, body was first. It just came that way, and I love that. Organically, the order switched to body, mind, heart, soul, spirit, and then as I listened back, the intro to the podcast has it body, mind, heart, soul, spirit. So that is the order. That is the way we're going to talk about it today. When we think about the body, I invite you to just notice what happens when you think about your body. What comes up for you in a thought or an emotion, or a sensation kind of way. So tuning into your body is really recognizing the complexity of what that means for us as human beings. We can think about the body, and a lot of times when we think body, we think, right? Body image, body appearance, body shape, body size. And we can get really, really hung up on that in a way that keeps us stuck in self-loathing, self-judgment. Even my face is like, right? no matter your shape, no matter your size, no matter your appearance, it is a thing to not always love the body. And so we go deeper, right? We go deeper than what we look like on the outside. What our shape is, what our size is, what's too big, what's too small, what's just not right. And go deeper in, because we have a body that works miracles for us. A body that breathes moment by moment. A heart that beats. The heartbeat. If you've ever heard one, oh my goodness, it's amazing. That heartbeat that you hear when you get close to someone, when you have an ultrasound of a baby, when you touch parts of your body that allow for the pulse, that reminder of life. And all those parts, right? So we have the breath, the heart, the brain, the muscles, the tendons, all those things inside that you do not have to think about very often. Okay, so there are times when we really do have to think about how we move our body, but to recognize the beauty and the miracle of life inside our bodies, what our bodies do for us, how they carry us, how they move for us. One of my favorite things that my body does for me is swims. And I'm not a swimmer, so please don't picture me in an Olympic-sized pool doing laps, because I never took swimming lessons and I get made fun of about how I swim, because it's not pretty. It's not pretty to the outside appearance, but to me, it's glorious when I am with nature. And I'm thinking swimming when I'm snorkeling, when I'm in the ocean, when I'm even floating, when my body is gliding through the water, as I'm in tune with myself and also the life around me that I'm seeing. That's one of the times I love my body the most. I need to swim more. But moving, so yoga is something I've done much more intentionally this year in my journey. In my continued journey of loving and finding the way, my way. Just building strength. So you'll hear in a couple of weeks, I cannot wait for you to hear my conversation with my friend Katie Arnold, who I watch for yoga, and I'm really excited to bring our conversation to you and to help you learn about her and her studio and the offerings that she has. But I connect really well with Katie, and the way, just even thinking about yoga, it builds upon itself. So I can get really frustrated when I can't do the balance move the way I think I should or want to, or going through a vinyasa or a flow and kind of not feeling it. And then the next time we do it, I'm better. I got better, right? And that is what it's all about, is continuing the journey and stretching your muscles and tuning into your body. So recognizing that the body tells us things we need to know, gives us messages in shivers and goosebumps and tension and pressure, pain and pleasure, pleasure and pain. Our body delivers beautiful moments, sometimes not so beautiful moments of pain and tension and pressure and heaviness, but it's telling you something. It's telling us something. I'm looking at my shelf. I'm in my office, and I'm almost finished. I have a couple more minutes on Audible of going through the book, The Body Keeps the Score, which again, I will be talking more about in an upcoming episode. But just really knowing how our bodies can hold on to our experiences in life, whether good, bad, positive, negative, traumatic, glorious, wonderful. But the problems come when we hold on to the pain. That's when the problems come. That's when we're stuck, when we hold on too tightly to the tension and the pressure and the memories, or pushing them down in a way that we wish we weren't holding on, but we are. And so I invite you to pause and tune into your body. What are you sensing here and now in this moment within? And breathe, right? Slowing it down when you take the time to quiet yourself, to quiet your mind, to give yourself space. That's when you can hear the messages, the sounds from the body. And recognizing that the body goes beyond our skin, right? It goes beyond our skin a bit. And we're going to talk more about how what we carry in our body is also carried with our body, and in an energy kind of way connects, sometimes disconnects, and distances us from others. Moving on to the mind. So the mind was one of the main pieces that was focused on in my program of study as a psychologist in psychology. And I invite you to really just kind of pause and think about how you conceptualize the mind. And we think about the mind as thinking and logic and reasoning and planning and ideas and beliefs. And we can get stuck, right? In all of these places, in all of these aspects, we can get stuck. And the beauty of when we think of them all together is that when we get stuck in one space, or a couple of them, when we know ourselves deeper and on these different levels, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit, when we get stuck in one space, we can turn to another. We can call in to our realm of experience one of the others, or one or more of the others. So we think about the mind, and there's levels of consciousness, conscious awareness, and I love to think about that which we know on a conscious level, and then that which floats below the surface sometimes, unconsciously, subconsciously, that comes to us in different ways. Again, when we pause and breathe, reflect, tune in. When we dream, if you've been here before, you know how much I love to talk about my dreams, and that is one way that my mind and spirit and soul and heart, all of them together, help bring things to the surface for me. Things that are, okay, yeah, I know this is going on. I know this is on my mind. And then deeper things that are connections. There's so much fun in the dreaming land, and what the brain actually does when we are dreaming to help us tune into some of those deeper levels. I believe in dreams, and I believe if you're here, you on some level have an awareness of what dreams can do. And some people don't, right? So I've had I have a very good friend, colleague who I went to school with, who was like, I don't think dreams mean anything, right? So it's okay. I do. I think they mean a lot. And that's one aspect. But again, it's my way, right? That's my way. And other people have different ways to tune into some of the unconscious processes, daydreaming, just allowing yourself the time and the space to be creative and to ponder and to fantasize and just reminisce, all those things. The mind also can be focused on the now, right now, what is happening, what is going on in a mindful kind of way. So mindfulness is one of the units, one of the lessons, actually a couple of lessons in the Design+Flo program, where we really talk about what is mindfulness and simply, and I'm saying it simply because there's more to it, but simply it is being present, being here, being connected to this moment, right here and now, and being able to recognize when you are not. So the more that we can tune into and guide ourselves, practice being present focused, the more we are able to recognize when we're not. When our mind disconnects, and as I say that, my hands move up from in front of my body to this space above my head, and kind of in a one side, I'll say one side, we can recognize that our mind can also go to the past, go to things that have happened before this present moment, whether it's yesterday, last week, last year, 20 years ago. The past is a place where our mind goes, and it's lovely that our mind can go there. We love reminiscing with nostalgia and, oh, remember this, and oh my gosh, wasn't that so fun? We also can get really, really stuck in some of the not so pleasant memories and regret and the emotions and the sensations and the body, things that go along with when we get stuck or attend to, our mind goes to, thinks about the past. We come back to the present moment. Come on back with me. I do that with my breath. I do that with my senses. So I get, like, my fingers were just touching together, like, okay, let's bring yourself back. And then on the other side, my hands up again in the air and moving to the other side, in recognizing that we can also attend to the future. In a really amazing, wonderful way. I can't wait for this. I have this exciting thing coming up and I can't wait to do it, or I'm really excited, or maybe I'm really nervous about something coming up. Maybe I'm really worried about something. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? And we can get stuck and burdened and heavy with the future, thoughts of the future, right? So in both realms, past and future, we can experience the full gamut, the full spectrum of the thoughts, the ideas, the emotions that are also connected, the body sensations that are connected. And again, we'll come back to this moment. And go beyond. So a place where we can go it's not really past, it's not really future, maybe it's all a mixture of envisioning, imagining, creating this beyond realm that is also part of our experience and part of our lovely human experience, to be able to imagine the possibilities, to be able to call in to play the things that are on your mind and beyond. Ooh, the mind. I'm going to bring myself back again. Because the mind is so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mind. Complex and glorious and rich. So, so rich. So we've talked about the body. We have talked about the mind. We have yet to really get in there and talk about the heart and the soul and the spirit. And I promise we will. And we're going to save those for next time. I don't want to rush this. This is so, so important to me. So important for me to share with you. And I could talk for days. As you can see, I could talk literally for days. But it's not worth rushing. And so I am going to move on from this space now and diving into those aspects, and promise that we will come back next time with the rest, with the heart, with the soul, with the spirit, and pulling them all together. I trust you'll come back, and I am so thankful that you are here, and thankful for your attention to this and your desire to know more, and also for your trust in me to know that it is best to stop here today, because it's almost an hour and a half if I didn't. So this is going to be part 1 of this program, a note to self, I love you, and the Design+Flo Program, which I'm so excited to talk to you about now, and I will tell you again about it the next time after we talk about the heart, the soul, and the spirit. But I invite you to check it out. So you've heard a little bit about this, and if you are at all intrigued, interested, you want to know more, and you just can't wait for the next podcast episode, go to my website. Design+Flo is the program that incorporates this course and these concepts. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that now in this episode. And again, I love it, so I'm going to talk about it again. But I want you to know where you can find more information. And also come back next time to hear all about the heart, the soul, and the spirit, how they connect, how they resonate with each other, with the body, with the mind, with our love for ourselves, and our ability to deepen that love, deepen the connection with ourselves, and the connection beyond, the connection with others, and meaningful connection. Design+Flo. So that's Design+Flo, F-L-O, which I named partly after my grandmother, who's named Flora, which I've talked about in a previous episode. If this was intriguing to you, if this is part of your journey, if this clicks on some level with you, I would love, love, love to connect with you in the Design+Flo program. The Design+Flo program you can read more about on my website, drliz.com/flow, and that's F-L-O, take off the W, drlyz.com/flow. It is a program that I am trying to make as easily accessible as possible. And so what I believe you can do with a Design+Flo program is how I designed it is that it is self-directed. So you can go through this program on your own at your own pace. There's lessons. So you heard me reference a few lessons. Every unit there's a unit for each body, mind, heart, soul, spirit. There's also a unit in the beginning that introduces kind of what I went through here today. And also it's a video, so you can kind of see me talking and you can see my hands moving. There's video lessons that you can do one a day and take 10 to 15 minutes of your day and do a little lesson, whether it's a video or a guided meditation, some journaling, some activities and worksheets. If you're like me, you like visuals and you want to see what I'm talking about, I try to show you with my hands, but there are downloads and handouts that you can print, or you can look at them on your device, that really capture some of these concepts so that you can really grasp them and apply them to your life. And in this spirit of knowing yourself, loving yourself, being yourself, loving yourself, transcending beyond the surface level, whether that goes up or goes down in a deep, connected to your soul kind of way. Connected to your soul, connected to you, so that you are more connected with the people that you love. That is when we are thriving, when we feel connected, feel belonging, feel love and trust. Whew, love it. I designed the Design+Flo program for you to be able to go through it at your own pace. We also offer a calendar so that you can see a breakdown of how you may take and approach the course, the courses, the lessons, the learning, the pieces of learning, these gems of learning, because we love learning and growing. So that you can probably, what I would say is on average, you can do this in a 3-month period. And so how I've structured the Design+Flo program is you can go right now on the website and you can purchase it for 3 months. You can have it for 3 months. And if you want, you can do it on a monthly basis. Right now, it is the lowest price it will ever be, December 2021. It is launched this month, and it is so reasonably priced that you can, for $18, try it for a month. And if you love it, you can keep going. If you don't, you can stop and you can be done with it. You can do it for 3 months. If you love it, you can keep going and do it longer. There's so much there, and you can, there's so much there. There's so much there. I have poured my heart and my soul, my spirit, my body, my mind into this project, into this program. And I'm so excited to share it with you. So excited to share it with you. When I'm excited, sometimes I go so excited, right? The exciting part as well is that we get to connect. We get to connect in this program. So each month, at this point in the program, I have set aside a Monday evening, the first Monday of each month. So the next one will be Monday, January 3rd, where I will go live with those people in the program and really just kind of open it up for conversation, connection, any Q&A you may have about the program, any Q&A you may have about the podcast, anything you may have about things that you see on social media, anything that I do, that we do here at Visionistas, but really to help you give you some support. So it's self-guided. I know you can do it on your own, and I also know that things can be so much better when we're connected with others. And so I invite you, I want to connect with you. I want to see you. I want to chat with you. I want to help you deepen this journey for yourself. And so the Design+Flo program includes that, and also includes the potential to be included in workshops that I have with other people in the wellness space. So I have invited some people that you've heard on the podcast, Maggie and Kristen, and different people who are professionals in the same spirit of loving, knowing, caring for yourself in a space to feel good, feel joy, feel love, feel connected. And so I have conversations with them and invite them to bring their expertise, because again, the message I want you to hear today is there is no one way. There's not only one way. Okay, let me clarify it. There are so many ways for you to heal and grow and nurture and learn and be yourself and love yourself. And this is one way. My Design+Flo program, I love so much. It is one way that you can try. And it might work really well for you. It worked really well for me. There were times in my life that I was broken, that I hated myself. It's true. And I'm so, so happy I can say that is not true anymore. It is not true anymore. I love me. I know me. I keep learning about me. I keep deepening that learning and that love and that knowing and that connection with the people that I love and the beyond. One of the affirmations that I say and really resonated with me this morning was, I am in connection and flow with my loves. I am in flow and connection with my loves. That is what it's about for me. That is what it is about for me. Recognizing that if I want people to love me and respect me in a real, genuine way, I have to work to do that myself. And I have, and I do. And I invite you to do the same. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's long. Oh my goodness. Way beyond. And I didn't even look at my notes. Wow, this is amazing. I glanced and I hope I didn't forget anything. But you know what? What's fun is that I'll be back. I'll be back next week. I thank you for tuning in. I invite you to check out Design+Flo. I really think you will love it. I love it. I know it can be amazing. We even have, and I say we because we do use the course that I've referenced in our Healthy by Design program as well. And in the course, we have some measures in the beginning and the end to really help you see your progress. We believe that we know because we've seen it happen in some of the people that we've worked with. So amazing. And you can check out some of their testimonials on our website, is that it helps you increase your confidence. It helps you increase your joy with your satisfaction with life and decrease your stress to feel more balanced and connected with yourself and with others. We know it because we've seen it, and we can help you know it because we have some measures, and there's some little survey, a little questionnaire that can help. You can see your growth in numbers, and I know you'll feel it as well. So thank you. I am so excited. Thank you for sticking around. I can really talk. But this was a meaningful one for me today. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for supporting me, and supporting you, right? We're connected that way. I cannot wait to connect with you again and invite you to come back to talk about this, to share this, share what you've learned about yourself with others. Do that. Talk about it. It helps you transcend and helps you connect and helps you love. Take care. Thank you for connecting on this episode of the podcast, Empowered by Design. For further connection, subscribe to my email list at drliz.com to be sure that you are in the loop for exciting news, events, and resources. You can also follow me on social media at Dr. Liz and at Visionistas by Design. I invite you to subscribe to this podcast and send this episode to one of your people in order to share the love, spread the power. This podcast is designed to inspire, educate, and empower you to pursue your dreams with intentional vision. This podcast is not meant to be a substitute for psychological treatment or a working relationship with a licensed mental health professional. For more information on connecting with mental health resources in your area, visit drliz.com and click on resources. Thank you again for connecting, and remember, trust the heart, work your vision, dream, design, deliver.